They come out of turn number 4. Perfect dispatch. The national final is underway, and Stephen Laidlaw leads him up the main straight the first time, and Trevor Mills is going to make the big move on the outside and hits the front. He goes for position 4 and takes the lead in the national final. Laidlaw back in second place. Rod Massara's gone to third. Stephen Downs has been swamped on the start and has gone back to fourth place. They're coming up to complete the opening lap. Oh, Laidlaw spins! Laidlaw spins. The yellow lights come on. Yellows come on. We've got a restart. Oh my goodness, what drama right at the start. Stephen Laidlaw spins, but had the presence of mind to put the foot into it and go up near the fence. Away and racing. Kane McDermott from Western Australia leads them up the main straight into turn number 1. Mills is there on the inside and Mills is there on the outside of Downs. Jacob goes into second, Trevor to third. Back into Downs in fourth place. On the outside as Rod Massara moves into fifth. So go down into Pittsburgh the first time on the restart. Rod Massara goes to the outside of Trevor Mills. Jacob Mills in second. Steve Downs has gone back to fifth place. The opening lap is done, 39 to go. Daniel Henshaw's up there as well. So go up into the top turn. It's Kane McDermott out front from Jacob Mills in second place. Third place Rod Massara, then Trevor Mills in fourth. Fifth place is Stuart Fawcett. Steve Downs goes back to sixth, then to Daniel Henshaw in seventh. Eighth place would be Chris Pagel. He goes underneath of Henshaw as they move out of turn 3 and 4. 2 laps down and 38 laps to go in the national final for Production Sedans here at Wahgunyah. Out in front, it's Kane McDermott from Western Australia. He leads by 3 car lengths. There's some people in hospital following him this weekend. And my goodness, they may need to stay there a bit longer if he stays out in front. Jacob Mills in second place. Third place is car number 12, Rod Massara. Fourth is Trevor Mills. Fifth place, Stuart Fawcett. Then in sixth place would be Steve Downs. 3 laps down and 37 laps to go. Out in front, Kane McDermott. McDermott from Western Australia. From New South Wales on his home track is Jacob Mills. From Western Australia, a 2-time winner in Rod Massara. Fourth place is Trevor Mills. Fifth place is Stuart Fawcett. Back into Downs in sixth. Seventh place is Henshaw, then Pagel, Norman and Barklam. That's the top 10. Downs is up to, Burke is up to 11th. And Laidlaw has passed about 5 cars. Also there's the national champion, Tim Green. Oh, Green and Laidlaw had contact and Tim Green's in the fence. The national champion can't take a trick this weekend. And Tim Green is in the wall up there. He went to the outside of Stephen Laidlaw, who got touched from the inside from what I saw. And all of a sudden, Tim Green is in the wall, and I have the great feeling that green lights are back on. They're away and racing in the national final. Up the main straight they come, and Kane McDermott is the leader. Trevor Mills again looks to the outside, and Trevor Mills drives right round the outside to take the lead. So Trevor Mills on his home track takes the lead from Kane McDermott up in turn 2. It's Mills, McDermott and Mills. Trevor and Jacob are first and third. Kane McDermott second, Fawcett fourth. Back into Henshaw, Pagel in sixth. Downs is in seventh place. Eighth place is Brent Norman, then Barklam in ninth. So then come back to Burke. And unfortunately for Wes Barnes, he's tailed right off. He's half a lap behind the leader. Out of Pittsburgh they come again. Trevor Mills is the leader. Second place is Kane McDermott. Third place is Jacob Mills. Fourth place is Stuart Fawcett. Chris Pagel goes underneath of Daniel Henshaw into 5th. Back in 7th place is Henshaw, is Downs. Then the two blue cars of Norman and Barklam are running side by side as their race leader comes out of Pitts Bend. Wes Barnes is really in trouble. He's going to be consumed by the field shortly. Into the main straight, out in front, Trevor Mills is the leader. In 2nd place is Kane McDermott. Jacob Mills in 3rd place. 4th place is Stuart Fawcett. A gap to Chris Pagel as now Jacob Mills moves to the outside of Kane McDermott. Into the back straight they go. McDermott and Mills side by side down into Pitts Bend. It's Jacob Mills on the outside. Kane McDermott's gone in heavily and Jacob Mills sneaks up the inside in the double crossover. Mills are now 1 and 2. Trevor leads Jacob as Wes Barnes takes the car to the infield. 3rd place is Kane McDermott. 4th place is Stuart Fawcett. Fawcett now goes around the outside of Kane McDermott. McDermott and Fawcett now side by side. Out in front though it's Trevor Mills. Trevor Mills is the leader. Jacob Mills runs wide down there in Pitts Bend. Kane McDermott in 3rd place on the outside, Stuart Fawcett. Another lap put together, 31 laps to go. The yellow lights have come on. And it's for a car that's over in turn number 2. And that car, I'm just trying to pick up who it is. Ray Usher beats Jacob. Kane McDermott 3rd, the green lights are on. Oh, and Henshaw's out. Henshaw's gone to the infield straight away. So head out of turn 1 and 2. And Trevor Mills opens up a lead. Back in 2nd place, Jacob Mills. 3rd place, Kane McDermott and Stuart Fawcett. Back there in 5th place would be the 22 of Chris Pagel as they head up the main straight. Our race leader is Trevor Mills. From Jacob Mills, Kane McDermott, Stuart Fawcett and Chris Pagel. That's the first 5. Downs is 6th. Stephen Laidlaw is up as 7th. Trevor Mills hasn't got away from the field. 5 of them pretty well bunched up into the main straight. And Jacob Mills is chasing Trevor up the main straight from McDermott. Fawcett, Pagel, Downs is 6th. Laidlaw, Barklam is 8th. Backed into Norman in 9th place. Behind him is Adam Wilson, Wayne Burke, Damien McAllister. After Damien McAllister would be Rod Massara. Then Brendan Harper, Matthew Hutchison, Ray Usher and Matthew Vickery. Into the main straight they come. Still a long way to go, but Trevor Mills has not got away from them. Jacob Mills in 2nd place. Kane McDermott 3rd. He's right there with them. So too is Stuart Fawcett and Chris Pagel. And as I thought, here comes the 3 car. He's coming underneath of Steve Downs. So he's gone to the back and he's now coming up into 6th place, Stephen Laidlaw, underneath of Steve Downs in Pitts Bend. So here comes Jacob Mills now, right up behind Trevor Mills. And Kane McDermott there as well. A good old 3-way stoush up in turn 1. 28 laps to go. In 4th place it's still Stuart Fawcett from Chris Pagel. 6th place is the 2-time national champion who started on pole, went to the rear and he's back to 6th place. Trevor Mills has got them bunching up behind him with 27 to go. Jacob Mills in 2nd. Kane McDermott right behind him. Then Stuart Fawcett and Chris Pagel. So up the main straight. Back in 6th is Laidlaw. Back in 7th place is Downs. But the lead 5 cars, they're just entering the back straight. 6th place is that of Laidlaw. 7th is Downs. Back then to Barklam, Norman and Wilson. Down into Pitts Bend once again on this massive Wahgunyah track. They'll come up with 26 laps to go. McDermott runs wide out of turn 4. It's still Trevor Mills from Jacob Mills. McDermott looking for a way through. Back there in 4th place is still that of Stuart Fawcett and Chris Pagel. All the while starting to close the gap is Stephen Laidlaw. Back there to Downs in 7th. 8th place is still Barklam, Norman and Wilson. Rod Massara's up to 11th place. It's a race in 5 if it stays this way though. Trevor Mills opens up a 4-car length gap. Jacob Mills still in 2nd place. Right behind him is McDermott, Fawcett and Pagel as they fly up the main straight. 25 laps to go in this marathon race, which is the national title. Laidlaw in 6th. 7th is Downs. They are clear in those positions. Barklam is 8th. Brett Norman is 9th. and he's on the inside of him. Now comes Rod Massara. Massara up to ninth. Into the main straight, another lap put down. It's Trevor Mills. He's clear by 1.1 seconds. Jacob Mills in second place. Kane McDermott has another look. Can't get the job done. Fawcett's there with him, and so too Chris Pagel from Queensland. Back in sixth place, still Stephen Laidlaw. Back in seventh is Downs. As they go into Pittsburgh again, they'll come out of turn 4. 23 laps to go in the national final. Up the main track here at Wahgunyah. Out in front, Trevor Mills has got the margin. It's 1 second now, so it's been closed by Jacob Mills. Right behind him is Kane McDermott, as he has been for many laps now. Fourth place, Stuart Fawcett. And right behind them, in fifth place, is Chris Pagel. Laidlaw in sixth place. Laidlaw can now see them in the same straight as what he's in. He is closing the gap in car 3. Probably needs a stoppage as they move down the main straight. Another one put together. It's still Trevor Mills. Second place, Jacob Mills. Kane McDermott third. Fourth place up against the fence is Fawcett. Fifth place is still that of Chris Pagel. Back in sixth is Laidlaw. No change there. Back into Downs, Barkland, Rod Massara ninth. Brett Norman, then Adam Wilson, Wayne Burke. Then Damien McAllister, Brendan Harper, Matthew Hutchison, Ray Usher and Matt Vickery. Still 17 cars on this massive track. We've done 19, we've got 21 to go. Trevor Mills still in front. Second place is Jacob Mills. 3 car leads back then to Kane McDermott. Stuart Fawcett's under pressure now from Chris Pagel. Down the back straight they go. We are now at the halfway mark as Chris Pagel comes underneath of Stuart Fawcett and goes into fourth place, and Fawcett is blown up. Stuart Fawcett's blown up here in the main straight. He'll be out. The crowd are trying to get him off the track, so Stuart Fawcett may bring on the yellows if he doesn't exit the racetrack. So go up the main straight. Out in front, Trevor Mills the leader. Fawcett up near the fence as Trevor Mills leads Jacob Mills by a car length. Back in third place, Kane McDermott. And Fawcett hasn't got off the racetrack yet. Passing flag is out. Trevor Mills still in front. Jacob Mills ran wide. Kane McDermott right there with him. The yellows have had to come on. Oh! And one of the back markers has hit him. Matthew Vickery, I think, has gone into him. Stuart Fawcett is out of noise, and Matthew Vickery ran into him up in turn 2. Jacob Mills in second, Kane McDermott third. The green lights are back on. Half the race to go. Up the main straight they come. And Trevor Mills is the leader from Jacob Mills. There's the first move. Chris Pagel looking to get underneath the Kane McDermott. McDermott's able to hold third at the moment. And then we've got Laidlaw in fifth place. So go down into Pittsbend. Pagel looking to get underneath McDermott. Laidlaw's not going to die wondering. He's immediately going to the outside. Jacob Mills in second place. McDermott right there with him. So too Pagel. And on the outside is Laidlaw. Laidlaw on the outside of Pagel. And Stephen Laidlaw has gone into fourth place. What a drive from the back of the field. And Rod Massara's the other one. He went to the back. He's in sixth place. This is insane stuff. Trevor Mills still out in front. 18 laps to go. Kane McDermott now looks on the inside of Jacob Mills. Up into turn number 1. Mills holds second. Laidlaw looking for a way through now, and McDermott. Trevor Mills is starting to split the scene. Back to Pagel and Rod Massara. That's the top 6 as they come out of Pittsbend yet again. They'll come into the main straight. Trevor Mills your leader. Jacob Mills in second place. Kane McDermott, Laidlaw, Pagel and Rocket Rod Massara. 6 of the top drivers in Australia are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Rod Massara doesn't want 6th. He looks under Chris Pagel as they go down the back straight now. Out in front, Trevor Mills. The last time around the margin was 1.2 seconds. Into the main straight they come. 16 laps to go. The margin this time is 0.8 of a second. Jacob Mills closing again. So too is Kane McDermott. Also Laidlaw, Chris Pagel and Rod Massara. The 6 of them all in the back straight. 7th place Paul Barkland, then Brett Norman. Out of Pittsburgh they come again. 3 car lengths is the margin. Trevor Mills to Jacob Mills. Kane McDermott still third. Laidlaw, Pagel and Rod Massara across the line together. Back to Barklam, Norman, ninth is Wilson, Burke, Damien McAllister, Brendan Harper, Matthew Hutchison and Ray Usher. This time around there'll be 14 laps remaining in the national final. Still a long way to go yet. Trevor Mills out in front. Jacob Mills in second. Kane McDermott third. Back then in fourth is Laidlaw, Chris Pagel and Rod Massara. Barklam is seventh, Norman is eighth. Trevor Mills seems to have the answers at this stage. Out of pits pen they come again with 13 laps to go. A baker's dozen remaining in the national final. Trevor Mills' lead is 0.6 of a second. They've eaten another 0.2 out of it. Kane McDermott in third. Chris Pagel now coming back at Laidlaw. Rod Massara looking at both of them. Pagel goes to the inside of Laidlaw. Laidlaw fights off the challenge. Rod Massara goes to the outside of Pagel and on Laidlaw. He might take them both on. He does. Laidlaw in fourth. Rod Massara comes up on the outside. Laidlaw holds fourth at the moment. A dozen laps to go. Trevor Mills still in front. Jacob Mills in second. Back in third place, Kane McDermott. The battle for fourth continues, but they're starting to lose ground to the leaders. Laidlaw, Rod Massara, and in sixth place is Chris Pagel. 11 laps remain for Trevor Mills in one of the longest races you'll ever have in a national title with hardly any stoppages, but the place is so big. Trevor Mills has a handy lead in the conditions. Rod Massara goes underneath of Laidlaw. Rod Massara's back in fourth place. He went to the rear of the field as well. Laidlaw back to fifth. Sixth place is Chris Pagel. 10 laps to go in the national final, and Trevor Mills is out in front. Kane McDermott right behind Jacob Mills. They go over to the top turn. They gap back to Rod Massara. Then Laidlaw and Pagel, the three of them locked together. Laidlaw back underneath of Rod Massara. Down the back straight they go. They've done this before. Into Pitts Bend. Chris Pagel now might go the outside of Laidlaw. He's going to try. Trevor Mills still leads. 9 to go. Look at the battle for fourth, fifth and sixth. 3 across the track. Down into turn number 1. After that, in seventh place, still Paul Barklam and Brett Norman. Down the back straight, Jacob Mills hasn't given up a chance of winning the national title. 2 car lengths to margin, and 2 car lengths back to Kane McDermott in third. All the cars are starting to get tired. There's 8 laps to go in the national final. Back to Massara, back to Laidlaw, and back to Chris Pagel. But they've lost a lot of ground, those three, in fourth, fifth and sixth. Down the back straight they go again. Trevor Mills out in front by 4 car lengths. It closes as they go into Pitts Bend. Jacob Mills in second. Kane McDermott in third place. Back in fourth, Rod Massara, then back to Stephen Laidlaw. 7 to go. 33 laps completed. Everyone is still on the lead lap. Not surprising when the place is so big. Trevor Mills opens up the gap again. Jacob Mills second. 3 car lengths back to Kane McDermott. Fourth place is Rod Massara, then back to Laidlaw and Chris Pagel. 6 laps to go. This marathon race, 31 and a half minutes in with only a couple of stoppages. It is still Trevor Mills. Jacob Mills second and Kane McDermott third. That's where the win will come from, you'd suspect. Fourth place is Rod Massara. Fifth place is that of Stephen Laidlaw, and then Chris Pagel. The rest of them are too far back. There are 5 laps to go. Trevor Mills, Jacob Mills, and Kane McDermott to fight it out. Rod Massara, Stephen Laidlaw are looking to finish on the podium. We take the first 5. Chris Pagel comes under Laidlaw. Up in turn 1 and 2. Laidlaw fights back. Back in 7th place, it's still Brett Norman, Adam Wilson, Wayne Burke, Damien McAllister. Count them down, Wahgunyah, 4 laps to go. Trevor Mills still out in front. Jacob Mills in second, and third is Kane McDermott. Everyone is standing up here at Wahgunyah, looking for a 1-2 for the Millses on their home track. There's a great battle for fourth. still Rod Massara, just from Laidlaw and Chris Pagel. It's a blanket go for fourth. A long way back to seventh place of Paul Barklam, then Brett Norman. 3 laps to go. It is Trevor Mills on his way to victory in the national title with just 3 laps remaining. Second place, Jacob Mills, then Kane McDermott. Fourth place is Rod Massara, Stephen Laidlaw and Chris Pagel. Those 3 are still lumped together as now Laidlaw has another go on the inside of Massara. Down the back straight they go. Our leader will come up with 2 laps to go. The white flag next time around. Trevor Mills leads. Trevor Mills leads Jacob Mills in second. Third place is that of Kane McDermott. Fourth place is still Rod Massara, then Laidlaw and Pagel. The rest of them are half a lap behind. The next flag is the white one. They are homeward bound in the national final. This is going to be a famous victory. Trevor Mills has 1 lap to go. They're standing and clapping on the fence. It's Trevor Mills and Jacob Mills. Up the main straight, a 1-2. Kane McDermott is third. The place is about to go absolutely ballistic. Fourth place, Rod Massara. Laidlaw and Pagel still going at it. Come on, everyone, get up. Trevor Mills is going to win the national title by a car length. Jacob Mills is going to be second. Into the main straight they come. Trevor Mills by a car length on Jacob Mills. Oh, no, just got it. Only just got there. He just got there. Trevor Mills has only just won by 0.1 of a second. Jacob Mills had a go on the inside, didn't quite get there. Kane McDermott third. Rod Massara is fourth. Stephen Laidlaw, Chris Pagel. Back to Paul Barklam, Brett Norman, Adam Wilson, Wayne Burke, Damien McAllister. Brendan Harper is next. And then we had Ray Usher and Matthew Hutchison. Jacob Mills nearly stole it on the line. 0.153 was the winning margin. The total race went 34 minutes, 1.872. It is Trevor Mills, the new national champion, Jacob Mills, Kane McDermott, Rod Massara and Stephen Laidlaw.